Here we go. Welcome back to That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Anime Review, episode number 43. We are sadly on the penultimate episode of season 3. Yep, the second last one. And it's called Labyrinth Grand Opening. This adapts from the second half of chapter 4 and adapts the opening 3 pages of chapter 5. And that's it. My guess is probably next episode probably adapt the rest of this chapter. It is possible. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, I think I probably will do that. Yep. So here's what happens. Now, basically, there is some skipping here, per se, when it comes to the anime adaptation. So, basically, we have the grand opening of the Labyrinth because it's the final thing at the festival. So, they do cut out the reason why that they have to have basically stuff happen here in this episode. Where we have these teams, these 4 teams, well, 3 teams plus a solo guy, because the solo guy actually was a guy who's very arrogant. He wants to participate despite the fact he lost. He thinks basically that he was cheated out of his victory. I think it was by Gobta, I think it was. So it's basically Team Lightspeed, which is basically Mizuki and his team. We have the strong guys, and we have Team Kuna, which is basically Aaron, her group. Now the reason why, because they want any random kings or queens, any royalty basically at first, because it might damage their reputation because they need to be protected. So let's have adventurers basically who are experienced with this. So each of these people, now the heroes team were given a map of the first 10 floors. In the case of Karen's team, they were told where the traps were thanks to a bribe from Aaron to Ramirez. Also, Ramirez put pitfalls in the labyrinth, even though Rimu said don't do that. She did anyways. And of course, well, the first team basically falls to pitfall. You don't have to pitfall this early. Oh, by the way, Valdor briefly appears in the episode, just practicing whenever people come across him. Also, Malim did have a scene that she appears briefly toward the end of the episode. There's a scene in the book where she's actually well, they mentioned she's in charge of floors 96, 99, despite the fact she's supposed to be in the country, she runs floors of a labyrinth. So they cut the anime for some reason. I don't know why, but they did. So as for the teams, the strongman team basically follow the pitfall, and they don't do very well, and they get poison gas, and they also get sleeping gas as well. This team sucks. Kuna's team basically finds a lot of the treasures, avoids all the traps, and basically goes to roughly about, well, they only go about 3 floors and they're pretty much done. Mizuki's team proceeds to go on to floor 10, which is covered by cobwebs because basically the boss of the floor is a giant spider. They beat it, and then they gain the Tempest Sword. Actually, that was something that Aaron's party. This is a different weapon they got. So, and of course, the arrogant guy follows on the floor, and he demands boss to respond. And by the way, they're all accompanied by dryads who are basically Trini sisters. And the one who's there says, you have to wait 28 minutes. And he's like, no, I want it now. He tries to attack her. So she responds, thinks that basically that she's weak. So she proceeds to summon a bunch of vines with thorns, cut off his fingers out of his resurrection bracelet, which, by the way, they do show up in the episode of how the thing works. Basically, he just slices up basically the Minister of Treasury, Treasury Minister. So he gets killed, but looking up basically comes back no problem. The The arrogant guy, well, he gets head chopped off and he's named unconscious. And all the items basically he attained, basically because he attacked his guide, he loses automatically. And plus, also, he suffers through a lot of pain. He still gets revived, but the pain suppressor is shut off. Yep. And then we have another basically feast, which is where we came out by Malim, which bigger role in the book. They actually cut that out for some reason. And then the episode ends like, okay, that's over. Okay, we have the next day. We have to pay the merchants. Ending the episode. It's basically a lead-in to basically next episode, which is called Apple Festival. And that's pretty much going to be the final episode of Season 3. The good news is we're having Season 4 coming. Thank you for renewing it because this show is awesome. And we're getting that movie. Awesome. Don't know when it's coming out, though. We don't have a release date for it. I'm hoping it's next year. I am really hoping it's next year. Like maybe some point later on next year, possibly. Let's hope basically they produce enough episodes in 6 months. At least by a year. Let's hope that. Like, if it takes a bit longer, fine. Just make sure you put out good content for this one. But, yeah, that's pretty much it particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, do that like button. Well, basically, next video is going to be a spin-off of a series I don't do very much. Well, you find out basically when we talk about it. Next video. Bye.